Since I'm the fusion of Vegeta and Kakarot, I guess that makes me Vegeta. And this is Super Vegito!
Hello everybody, my name is Vegito, and we are back with a brand new video. In case you noticed, this isn't a Pokemon gameplay. Well, I was part of MandJTV to make this, and since he hasn't tried his version yet, I figured I'd try my hand at it. Now, you're probably thinking, gym leaders can't become Elite Four members. Well, Koga would beg to differ. As Koga was being a gym leader in Gen 1, to be Elite Four member in Gen 2. So that got me thinking, what if the other gym leaders got that treatment instead? Now note, this will not include Wallace or Iris, as they have already been champion in the respective generation. And that would just lead to them getting a watered down version of their champion team. And I'll also make Koga's team, as I didn't particularly care for it. And like most Elite Four members, they will all have five Pokemon. Man, I taught today. Well, Junior should have 4 Pokemon, Elite Four should have 5, and the Champion should always have 6. So be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and let's get this party started with Kanto. And since the Pokemon Elite Four between Gen 1 and 2, all the Kanto gym leaders will receive Jodo Pokemon. So let's get this party started with our boy Brock. Alright, Brock Squad with the Sudowoodo, Golem, Omastar, Aerodactyl, and Steelix. I followed his Geodude and his Onix, as well as using some fossils, as well as the Sudowoodo, he has a Jodo Pokemon. Misty Squad consists of Kingdra, Quagsire, Gyarados, Lapras, and Starmie. I kept her race the same, as well as giving her the Quagsire and Lapras she already has in Gen 2. As well as here to Gyarados, she has a Let's Go rematch team. And give her Kingdra for a little extra firepower. Lieutenant Surge is up next, and his squad consists of Lantern, Electrode, Magneton, Electabuzz, and Raichu. I gave him a Lantern to help cover his ground weakness. As well as getting Electrode, Magneton, and Electabuzz, he already has a Gen 2. As well as keeping his ace the same. Alright, next up is Erica, and she will get a Blossom, Victreebel, Venusaur, Jumpluff, and Vileplume. It's practically the same team she has in Gen 2, except I replaced Tangela with Venusaur and brought back Vileplume to be her ace. Now we want a Koga's remade team, and his new squad will be Arbok, Weezing, Muck, Quillfish, and Crobat. I figured I'd give Koga the more poisonous looking poison types, while I go with a poisonous bug team for Janine. That's why I chose these Pokemon. Arbok's a cool looking poison type he, for some reason, never used outside the manga. I gave him back his Weezing from Gen 1, and I chose Quillfish, so hopefully people remember it actually exists. And I kept fucking Crobat from his original team. And moving on to Koga's daughter, Janine. And her squad, like I said earlier, will have more of a poisonous bug team. So her team will be Ariados, Beedrill, Arbok, Weezing, and Venomoth. Ariados, Beedrill, Venomoth are poisonous bugs. And since there's not really any more after those, and I don't feel like giving repeats, if I don't have to, so I gave her Arbok and Weezing. Anyway, moving on to Sabrina. Her squad will be Espeon, Slowking, Mr. Mime, Hypno, and Alakazam. This is our Gen 2 gym team, but he also has Slowking and Hypno. And Slowking is Jodo Psychic type, and Hypno is extremely creepy like she is. And now we move on to Blaine, and his squad is Rapidash, Ninetales, Charizard, Arcanine, and Magmar. Now, I know his team is purely Gen 1, but in Typhlosion and Houndoom, there just isn't any good non-legendary fire types. So, I figure it's a Gen 1 Pokemon for this one. And now we move on to Giovanni. Now you're probably wondering, how could the head of Team Rocket from Party Elite Four? Now remember, when Red beat Giovanni for the final badge, he said Team Rocket was disbanded. So this is the reformed Giovanni. And his squad will be Nidoking, Marowak, Donphan, Nidoqueen, and Rhydon. He's basically his Gen 1 team, but replaces his weaker Rhyhorn and his Doug trio with Marowak and Donphan. Alright, starting off Jodo, we got Faulkner, and his team will be Skarmory, Dodrio, Noctowl, Fearow, and Pidgeot. And well as Pidgeotto, as well as giving the Fearow, Noctowl, and Dodrio for his World Tournament team. As well as giving a Skarmory, as it's a Jodo flying type for some reason he's never used. Luxie's team consists of Butterfree, Heracross, Beedrill, Fortress, and Scizor. As well as all three of his gym Pokemon, in Heracross and Fortress, as well as Jodo bug types. Whitney's team will be Blissey, Tauros, Snorlax, Ursaring, and her stupidly overpowered Meltank. Meltank as her ace, and then Pink is normal type. Give her Blissey, give her some more bulk. And the others are powerful, bulky normal types. Well, with the exception of Tauros and Ursaring. Now 40, with him, since there's so few ghost types in Kanto and Jodo, I had to get a bit more creative with his team. Mischievous, Haunter, Weezing, Marowak, and Gengar. Mischievous and Gengar are the only two fully evolved ghost types in Gen 2. I had to do an accident thing. Poison types, as well as a Marowak due to his tragic origin. Tuck gets Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, Machamp, Puff, Primeape, and Poliwrath. They get Poliwrath and Primeape for his gym team, and Machamp, Hitmonchan, and Hitmonlee for his World Tournament team. Jasmine gets Magneton, Fortress, Skarmory, Scizor, and Steelix. They both are Magnemites to get the remaining fully evolved Steel types of Jodo. Price gets Dugong, Lapras, Jinx, Cloyster, and Piloswine. His Dugong and Piloswine for his gym team, and Lapras, Jinx, Cloyster, and Cloyster for his World Tournament team. Finally, wrapping up Jodo, we have Claire, and she gets Charizard, Gyarados, Aerodactyl, Dragonite, and Kingdra. Basically our Heart Gold and Soul Silver rematch team minus her Dragonair. Now for Hoenn, since Oros was in Gen 6, I decided to get the Hoenn Gym Leader's Mega Evolutions. As it's always bothered me, at that point in the game, you've already fought a Mega Evolution in a regular battle, and maxed out Archie's favorite camera or Sharpedo, depending on the version you played. Honestly, Elite Four should have Megas the first time around instead of saving them for the post game. Now, I'm going to rectify that mistake by giving the gym leaders of both Hoenn and Kalos Mega Evolutions. Starting with Roxanne. Her team consists of Golem, Aggron, Nosepass, and Oros, Armaldo, and Aerodactyl, which go Mega in Oros. I decided to use her Emerald Rematch team as a guide, except for Aggron, and I figured she could use some more bulk in her team. Raleigh's team consists of Breloom, Machamp, Mantop, Hariyama, and Medicham, which go Mega in Oros. Fully evolved his Pokemon from his gym team and gained Pokemon from his Emerald Rematch team to hold the other three spots. Watson gets Electrode, Raichu, Magneton, Oros, Ampharos, and Manectric, which go Mega and Oros. This is his final rematch team minus the Electabuzz. Flannery gets Camerupt, Arcanine, Rapidash, Torkoal, and Blaziken. That would go Mega and Oros. I really could make a Camerupt, but since Maxie already has one, I didn't want to repeat Megas. And the rest were our Emerald Rematch team. Norman gets Blissey, Spinda, Linoon, Psychic, and Kangaskhan. Over Mega and Oros. He has bulky normal types. And Mega Kangaskhan makes sense because with his ability due to him being the only main character that we ever see in the series. Come on, Game Freak, what's up with that? Iona gets Swallow, Tropius, Crobat, Noctown, Altaria. There goes Mega and Oros. Kept their gym team minus Pelipper. Here Crobat and Noctown to compensate. Until Rhyhorn Gen 8, the only double battle gym leader in the series, Tate and Liza. Now, instead of putting them together, I decided to give them separate teams like in Black and White 2. Team. For Tate, his team consists of Xatu, Grumpig, Claydol, Solrock, and Gallade and Oros. But if Ruby and Sapphire, since Gallade isn't in that one, he'll have Chimecho in Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald. And Gallade will go Mega and Oros. Basically, his world tournament team is either Gallade or Chimecho, depending on the version you play. And Liza will have Xatu, Grumpig, Claydol, Lunatone, and Gardevoir that goes Mega and Oros. Basically the same team as her brother, or Mrs. Solrock and Gallade, with Lunatone and Gardevoir. Now, to end off Hoenn, we have Juan. His team consists of Gorbis, Whiscash, Walrein, Kingdra, and Swampert. That goes Mega and Oros. Basically his Pokemon World Tournament team, I toss Swampert and give him a Mega. Alright, let's start Sinnoh with Roark, and his team shall be Aerodactyl, Probopass, Golem, Rhyperior, and Rampardos. You see his Platinum rematch team, minus Tyranitar, because it's not Platinum Dex. But he does get Rhyperior. Gardini gets Cherim, Leafeon, Tangrowth, Torterra, and Roserade. You see a World Tournament team minus Cardamom. Maylene gets Toxicroak, Medicham, Machamp, Infernape, and Lucario. He's got a World Tournament team minus Gallade. Crasher Wake, he gets Gastrodon, Quagsire, Gyarados, Empoleon, and Floatzel. Well, makes his World Tournament minus Lumineon. Makes his World Tournament team minus Lumineon. Because that thing is awful and no one should ever use it. Tina has Spiritomb, Gengar, Dusknoir, Drifblim, and Mismagius. Basically, our whole tournament team minus Rotom. There's not really a ghost type Rotom. What is it, the regular one? It's not that good. However, I will revolt there. Next up is Bork's dad, Byron. And his team is Lucario, Magnezone, Steelix, Ronzong, and Bastiodon. World Tournament team is Aggro and Fortress because they're not the Sinnoh decks. It was either I give him a Lucario or give him a repeat. And this gets Mamoswine, Glaceon, Weavile, Abomasnow, and Frostlass. I just get hands of Platinum rematch team. And finally, to end off Sinnoh, we have Bogner. Boltner has Rotom Wash. Now, I know what you're gonna say, but Vegito! You don't understand Leaf Over Cannon Legendaries. Sorry, give him Rotom and give him a repeat. The rest are Jolteon, Raichu, Luxray, and Electivire. You can see his gym team plus Rotom Wash. Alright, now to start out Unova with the Trio Bash Trio, starting off with Chili. His team is Heatmore, Darmanitan, Arcanine, Embar, and Simisear. He's his Leader's team minus Camerupt. Press gets himself a Golduck, Moltel, Azumarill, Samurai, and Simipour. It's a mix of his Unova Leaders and World Leaders teams. And finishing out the trio, we have Silent, and his team is Maractus, Ferrothorn, Jumpluff, Serperior, and Simisage. His brother Cress, it's a mix of his Unova and World Leaders teams. Now, on to Lenora. Her team is Audino, Clefable, Kangaskhan, Cinccino, and Watchog. And I gave her a mix of Unova and World Leaders teams. Aaron, he got Zangoose, Lopunny, Buffalont, Cinccino, and Stoutland. Another mix of Unova and World Leaders teams. And I tried to get them different teams. So this is the best I come up with. Roxy gets a team of Mungus, Garbodor, Drapion, Crobat, and Scolipede. So Univaliers team minus the Viper. Berg gets a Scavalier, Excelgor, Durant, Crustle, and Lee Vanny. Univaliers team minus Vespiquen. Lee will get Galvantula, Ampharos, Emolga, Electros, and Zebstrika. Our Challenge Mode Gym team fully evolved. And Electros for a little extra kick. Play gets Claydol, Seismitoad, Golurk, Crocodile, and Excadrill. Univaliers team minus Mamoswine. Kyla, however, gets herself Mandibuzz, Braviary, Archeops, Swoobat, and Swanna. Here's her Univaliers team minus a Pheasant, because that thing is awful. Ryzen gets Cryogonal, Weavile, Beartic, Walrein, and Vanillux. I changed stage of Pokemon to Vanillux, like yeah, it's the Univaliers team minus Dugong. And now, on to Drayden. This team consists of Druddigon, Altaria, Salamence, Hydreigon, and Haxorus. He's lead forward, so I can give him a Hydreigon. This Univaliers team minus Flygon. And now, finally to wrap up Unova, we have Marlin, and his team consists of Caracosta, Wailord, Mantine, Starmie, and Chelicent. He's gonna try to get him and Crest completely different teams. It's worked out at the end. I'm gonna use your team minus Alola Mola. Again, because that thing is awful. And no one should ever use one. Now on to Kalos, which means they're going back after using Junior's Mega Evolutions like back in Hoenn. And since we can't use the World Tournament anymore, I get to be a bit more creative with the teams! Alright, Viola's team is going to be Masquerain, Scolipede, Escavalier, Vivian, and Mega Heracross. Now, I could have given Mega Pinsir, but Pinsir is my least favorite Pokemon. I don't want anyone else to use it. Rant will get Tyrantrum, Aurorus, Aggron, Gigalith, and Mega Tyranitar. Now, in case you're wondering to get Mega Aggron, he loses Rock Type when it Mega Evolves. Karina gets herself Toxicroak, Mienshao, Machamp, Hawlucha, and Mega Lucario. Kinda self-explanatory because she already has Mega Lucario in both the games and the anime. Lamos, Jumpluff, Victreebel, Gourgeist, Go-Goat, and Mega Venusaur. I could get a Mega Bombasno, but I'm saving that for Wolfric. Clement gets Lantern, Magnezone, Dedenne, Heliolisk, and Mega Ampharos. I could make him a Netric, but I kind of Drass designing this. I think Ampharos could work. Valerie gets Florges, Aromatisse, Slurpuff, Sylveon, and Mega Mawile. Kinda easy since she already has a Mawile on her gym team. Olympia gets Sigilif, Slowking, Malabar, Female Meowstic, and Mega Alakazam. This is your gym team plus Malabar for a little extra coverage, and Alakazam give her Mega. And now wrapping up the Kalos region, we have Wolfric. His team is Beartic, Glaceon, Mamoswine, Avalugg, and Mega Abomasnow. Like I said earlier, I was saving this Mega Evolution for him, since it's the only Ice-type Mega in the Kalos decks. Now, on to Alola. You know, they don't have gyms, they have trials. Hills instead, but I figured you guys would complain in the comments that I didn't include Alola. Well, I'm covering all the trial captains except Ace and Alola and all the Cuckoos except Paul and Olivia. So let's get started, shall we? Healing up, we'll have the Gumshoes, Miracle, Kamala, Blissey, and Snorlax with a Snorlium Z. try to get a specific Zemu Pokemon, get the Zemu match of the type. Or if Pokemon type has a Pokemon has a special Zemu. And Blissey is the bulky normal type. Lana is Lantern, Cloyster, Araquanid, Vaporeon, and Primarina with the Primarium Z. Yahweh gets Arcanine, Talonflame, Salazzle, Alola, Marowak, and Incineroar with Incendium Z. I don't know the Incendium Z is a dark type move, but kind of persist. You know, Lana has Primarina. Makes sense. Like Mallow. Right? On to Mallow. Her team will include Trevenant, Shiinotic, Dhelmise, Zarina, as well as the Decidueye with this Incendium Z. See? Told you could make sense. Alright. Sophocles gets Togedemaru, Alolan Golem, Electivire, Pikabolt, and Magnezone. This is how the defense team, but I made Magnezone as ace. And it gets Sableye, Crocodile, Honchkrow, Absol, and Alolan Persian. This is Pokemon Team of the Sun and Moon, so I figured to fit him. Apu gets Golurk, Gastrodon, Crocodile, Flygon, and Mudsdale. This is our tile defense team from, I think, Sun and Moon? I'll double check. Wrapping up Alola, we have Nina, and her team is Klefki, Gramble, Shiinotic, Rabombi, and Sylveon. This is our post-game team for Sun and Moon, but I had Sylveon made that her ace. Now, on to the final region of this video, Galar. Now, this is the Champion Cup, which replaced with a traditional Elite Four. So let's start with Milo, and his team is Blossom, Cherrim, Whimsicott, Eldegoss, and Gigantamax Flapple or Appleton in Shield. His Champion Cup team I have Shiftry or Ludicolo in Shield. Nessa gets Seaking, Barraskewda, Toxapex, Galizapod, and Gigantamax Dreadnought. It's like her Champion Cup team. Habu gets Ninetales, Arcanine, Heatmore, Salazzle, and Gigantamax Centiskorch. And coming to B and Alistair, we have version exclusive Elite Four members for the first time. Now, I know how version exclusive champions, but Elite Four? This seems interesting. Anyway, B will get Phalanx, Sirfetch'd, Palucha, Grapploct, and Gigantamax Machamp. Again, Champion Cup team. Alistair gets himself Mimikyu, Rodriguez, Cursula, Dustoar, and Gigantamax Gengar. Again, like all your gym leaders, you got all gym leaders to this Champion team in some way. And a little fun fact that I just found out earlier while I was getting the images for the video. I found out that B and Alistair are actually brother and sister. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, Opal gets Mawile, Galarian Weezing, Rabombi, Togekiss, and Gigantamax Alcremie. And it's looking like for a potential Sword and Shield sequel, so I'm gonna cover B and Marnie. Anyway, Speed gets Mawile, Gardevoir, Galarian Rapidash, Sylveon, and Gigantamax Hatterene. Now, on to some important Elite Four members. Mother and son duo, Gordy and Melanie. Let's talk to Gordy. Gordy, he gets Barbaracle, Shuckle, Stonejourner, Tyranitar, and Gigantamax Colossal. Melanie gets Frostmoth, Mr. Rhyme, Ice Cube, Galarian Zormantan, and Gigantamax Lapras. On to Piers. Now, I know he doesn't appear to the Dynamax, but I think it'd be more fun for me if I gave him one. So his team is Scrafty, Malamar, Amp-Toxtricity, Obstagoon, and Gigantamax Low-Key Toxtricity. Marnie is for the first sequel, so she would be Gym Leader. Gym Leader in post-game. Anyway, she gets Liepard, Toxstroke, Scrafty, Morpeko, and Gigantamax Grimmsnarl. Again, Clara, she comes to here sometime during the Alola DLC and the Galarian Star Tournament. I'll remember her. Clara gets Galarian Slowking, Drapion, Scolipede, Galarian Slowbro, and Gigantamax and Toxtricity. There was no other point inside Gigantamax besides Goroder. I mean, literally, who gave the okay for a little bag of trash to become a Pokemon? Come on! Avery gets Galarian Slowbro, Galarian Rapidash, Alakazam, Galarian Slowking, and Gigantamax Orbeetle. I mean, I like Orbeetle, unless you haven't seen it used by like any Galar boss. We need some love. And finally, ending out this video, we have Raihan, and his team is Torkoal, Goodra, Turtonator, Flygon, and Gigantamax Duraludon. Well, that wraps up this giant video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will catch you guys next